So what are you going to do on your tour?
It's really exciting. Do you know, I use a lot of self-help myself. I've written self-help, and it's almost quite an American kind of idea. You know, you get these people at seminars and stages and motivating people. And I do a lot of talks in the corporate world, but never going out into the public and never in theatre. So it's going to be quite high energy. I might even be dancing a little bit.
That's a good healer, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's good to be able to laugh about yourself and a bit tongue-in-cheek as well. But it's going to be about mental health, anxiety, depression, what worked for me, what didn't work for me.
Yeah. So is it like a Q&A format with the audience?
There is going to be audience participation, but it's not going to be sort of in conversation with sat in a chair answering questions. Like, I'm going to put on a show.
Because you get a lot of people contacting you, obviously, through your social media accounts, and so many people turning to you for advice and help and support and what have you. So is it sort of an extension of that?
It is a bit, but I think I've got to be careful in that, you know, I'm not a doctor or a psychologist. So it's more like, well, this is what I did, this is what worked for me, tips, mantras.
Which is just as useful, because in the same way that we all sit here and share our experiences, good and bad, it's sometimes just hearing, oh, that's a different approach, I hadn't thought about that, is enough.
Yeah.
Will you be getting any guidance from any professionals?
I've worked, when I did the self-help books, I actually worked with a psychologist on those. So I've got lots of stuff where I've consulted them and things, and some of the coping mechanisms and techniques. And, you know, some of it's quite funny, you know, stuff that didn't actually work for me that I did that was crazy.
What didn't work?
Oh, well, quite a few things. I think some sort of disaster stories of, you know, trying to be sort of a bit overconfident and getting embarrassed and, you know, sort of over-talking and doing the wrong thing. But, I mean, some of it is quite tongue-in-cheek and funny, but it's a 2-hour show, so...
Is there any question that you dread? Because you know, I imagine that sometimes there must be a real pressure on you because we are all in awe of you. And, yeah, I think most people are. And I think that people are looking to you for... God, that's a lot of responsibility, isn't it?
Yeah, I think in a way it's a silly pedestal because actually nobody's perfect. And I suppose in a way if it wasn't for my flaws, I wouldn't be going on this tour, really, because actually it's about that and it's about saying, yeah, there is no wrong or right way and we're all just trying to live our lives.
You're right
so
about
much
talking
flaws,
about...
but just as, you know, you have something that's different.
Yeah.
You know, I would definitely not call it a flaw because you're beautiful and, you know, just inside and out. And I think you're putting such an amazing message across to people, and that's why they're inspired by you. And we've all got to embrace everybody's differences, and it makes us more accepting then, doesn't it?